What you see on the table, mobile gamers, are not Nintendo Switches. They are not Steam Decks from China or Temu. They are not very popular devices, I might add. And they are not retro gaming handhelds, to say the least. These devices that you see on the table right before you, some of you probably already know what they are because you've probably subscribed to my channel because you do know what they are. But to hate to break it to you, there is a lot of people that don't even know what any of these are. And I kind of realized that today when I was in Discord talking to some people in a gaming community for Java Minecraft, and that's why you see Java Minecraft on the screen on these devices, because somebody said, oh, are two of those devices Nintendo Switches and the other one is a phone? No, not at all whatsoever. These devices that you see here, fine people, are Android all-in-one gaming handhelds with powerful processors, to say the least, meaning that they can play a lot of native Android games. They can play Java Minecraft, which is not native to Android, by the way, using an application called PoJav Launcher. If you want to learn how to install that, watch the video linked below and subscribe, because I have an entire playlist on how you could play Java Minecraft on these specific devices. So yes, these devices are literally like taking a phone and taking a controller, and the phone and the controller went into the bedroom and did some funky stuff and came out with this. Basically an Android gaming handheld that you can play Android games and much more, including retro games. So you can play retro games on these things, you could play emulation, you could play modern games like, yes, you can emulate Switch on some of these devices. And of course, they have built-in controller support, which is flippin' awesome, to say the least, because you don't need to have an external controller attached, and you don't need to have your phone being consumed or used while you're gaming on a separated device like this. Some people might be like, oh, why don't I just use my daily phone that already is a gaming device, because, you know, it does what it needs to, and then I could pair it with a Bluetooth controller like the GameSeer one. Sure, people love to do that. I still like to do that every once in a while. However, the benefit of having an all-in-one handheld like this is that your phone, like the one that I showed you a few seconds ago, this one right here has no back on it, by the way, because I was fixing things. Thermal throttles to all heck when you're playing certain games like Call of Duty Warzone, for example. When you play Call of Duty Warzone, feel the back of your phone. Does it get hot? Well, you know why? That's because it doesn't have active cooling. Active cooling, like your PC for example, really does help with keeping your little tiny CPU and GPU that's in the back of these devices or inside these devices cool, so that they don't thermal throttle or catch on fire. Don't be scared. I'm not saying your device is going to catch on fire. Don't go suing Samsung again. I'm just saying that these devices have performance settings inside of them to actually handle different performance modes to handle the device from overheating, to actually set, there's a fan right here to turn the fan on so that it'll keep the device from actually overheating and catching fire. Now, I'm not saying that your device is going to catch fire once again. I'm just letting you know what that main purpose is. It's just like your PC. Your PC, if it has a dedicated GPU or it has a good CPU and GPU, even if it doesn't have a good GPU and CPU, most PCs from like forever have fans in them to keep them cool so that their chips don't fry. And that's what these devices are. They're powerful Android gaming handhelds. These ones here all have Snapdragon actual CPUs in them and Adreno GPUs in them. This is called the Neo Evo. This one's called the AYN Odin 2. This one's called the AYN Odin 2 Mini. Yes, it looks like a PS Vita. And this one's called the Retroid Pocket 5. Now, I have multiple different devices that do the same thing, and these are just older models of these devices. This is called the Retroid Pocket 4 Pro, and this device right here is still an Android gaming handheld. A little bit smaller, it's got a grip on it right now, but it is kind of a small device, just like this right here. It's just a tiny little device compared to what these other devices are, but this is also an Android gaming device. What that means, like, yes, I can go in and play Call of Duty Warzone, I can go and play Garten of Banban, I can play some Squid Game, I can play Minecraft and Roblox natively by just using the controller that is built inside of these devices. Now, some of you again are probably going to be like, let's just use my $1,000 phone with a $30 cheap Bluetooth controller. Enjoy your phone while it lasts, I might say, because if you game a lot on that phone, you're going to start noticing issues with that phone down the road because you are gaming on it so much. Whereas a device like this, most of the time is optimized and ready to go for you to actually be able to use it as a native Android gaming handheld so that you can actually just have a device for gaming on, and you can have your phone for being a phone, because maybe you need to use your phone as a phone while you're gaming or something. Maybe you need to look up something on your phone while you're doing something in RLCraft, because I still to this day have no idea what I'm supposed to be doing in RLCraft. If you guys can tell me, please do so. However, I'm just kind of mentioning that because people keep asking me, how do you play, or are you ever going to play RLCraft with one of these devices? And I just keep saying, maybe one day. I know I can Google it. I know I can look up how to play this. It's just, I don't know if I'm ever going to really sit back and play this mod. It looks cool, I guess. It kind of reminds me of maybe like an RPG like Skyrim or something. However, it's not really something I would want to play. I might, I don't know yet. If more people request me to play this, then maybe I will. However, I don't know. I'm not going to go there right now. But the big thing why I'm saying this is that, yes, this device right here is a pretty awesome, powerful Android gaming handheld. It's not a Switch. It's not a retro handheld, to say the least. Like, it does play retro games, but these are not retro handhelds. These are just Android devices with built-in controllers to make it clear and easy to understand. I know some people are going to be like, you're wrong. Well, no, I'm not wrong. This is the truth. This is just an Android device with a built-in controller, and it plays retro games. Nothing about this looks retro to me. This doesn't look retro. It looks modern. It kind of resembles like a Steam Deck or a Neo Pocket Air or any other kind of, you know, gaming handheld, PC handheld, or so on and so forth. So why am I saying this? Well, mostly because I'm just trying to educate you guys about what these things are. And because these things, these devices, these handhelds, they're really, really niche. I never realized how really niche they are until I started playing a lot of Minecraft Java Edition on these devices, and people are like, what the heck is that thing? And I share what the heck this thing is, and they're like, what are you talking about? Like, well, this is what it is, and maybe you should Google it. But no, you don't need to Google it, because now I'm telling you what it is. There's monsters nearby. Can't go to bed. So for anybody that ever asks me again, what the heck is that thing? Is that a Nintendo Switch with some sort of way to play Minecraft Java Edition? Well, no, it's not a Nintendo Switch to play Java Edition Minecraft. It's just a Android gaming handheld that can play Java Edition Minecraft because it's got a pretty good processor inside and it uses Android. And I could do so much other things with it. As you can see here, playing pretty decently well. RLCraft on the Snapdragon 8 Gen or Gen 3X Gen 2, which is what's inside this device specifically, on a nice 7-inch OLED display, I might add. Now, I know it's nighttime and you can see my phone, but yeah, it's a really nice feeling device. Plays it so good so far, I'm gonna say the least, and I highly recommend, if you're in the market for looking for like a dedicated Android device like this, definitely get something. What should you get? Well, that's up to you. Now, I might have a video coming out very soon that suggests a specific device for you to buy that's a decently priced device that plays quite a bit of Java Minecraft and much, much more, including Nintendo Switch emulation, if you ever want to get into that kind of thing, rather than, you know, having to use your phone and a controller. Well, that's all I got to say about this today, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. Have a nice day. I'm going to try to go to sleep again, and I can. There we go. I'll see you next time. If you want to see more of this kind of content, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to hit that thumbs down button, and don't forget to share this content with other people that want to learn new things about this zombie.